she calculated that that's 14 years. She has done the competent communicator 14 times and is a distinguished Toastmaster. She is the Vice President of Education this year for 3 clubs. Wow. She wants this club to be President's Distinguished for the 14th year. Do we have our, it doesn't say 13th year, but we made 13. We're going for 14. Our speaker is Linda Mann with How to Be a Distinguished Club. How to Be a Distinguished Club, Linda Mann.
Thank you, Madam Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. Yes, Mark?
Nathan had a question.
Yes,
I
Nathan?
forgot to call Trophy Master.
Oh my goodness, you're not even on here. Oh yes, you are.
Trophy Masters, would you like to stand up and say what we do?
Okay. Today as the Trophy Master, I'll be collecting votes after this, and I'll just be collecting votes after the table topics, and at the end, I will give rewards to whoever gets the most votes.
Thank you. So as Chris said in her introduction of me, yes, this club has been President's Distinguished since 2004, all the way till this year. We made President's Distinguished again. I believe that's 13 years straight. I tried to put it in the Toastmasters magazine, but they will not put it in the Lifetime magazine that I did because that's using another art magazine and they can't do that. But that's okay, they liked it anyway. So let's see if we can make President's Distinguished again this year. Now you're asking, who knows how the club does that? Alan, does anybody else? Then I'm glad I'm doing this speech. So as I said, this is a successful club series, How to Be a Distinguished Club speech. And I am the Vice President of Education. Now the way you become President's Distinguished is the club needs to have educational awards issued. We need to have goals. Now this is the old leadership track, and you can still follow this track. Those members who have been members for a while can still follow this track. If you have a competent communicator manual and a competent leader manual, this track is still going on for, I think, a couple more years, right? And then they're dissolving it, and we'll go to Pathways. So right now, that's still good, but when Pathways takes over, the leadership track disappears, and Pathways is going to be both combined. So now the education system this year is both. So now people who are doing the old program can still, the club can still get the 1cc award, 1cc from one member, and then 2cc awards, and then 2 more cc awards, and then 1 ACB, which is an advanced communicator bronze, an advanced communicator silver, advanced communicator gold, and then you see right there up to any 6 out of about 12 toward the DCP credit. All we need are 9 points to be President's Distinguished. It's great if you can get 10 out of 10, but you don't really need 10 out of 10 because if you're 9 out of 10, that's also President's Distinguished. Now this year also with Pathways, we would need 4 members to complete level 1, 2 members to complete level 2, 2 more members to complete level 2, 2 members to complete level 3, 1 member to complete level 4, and 1 member to complete level 5. And I already completed level 5, so we're already 1 point ahead. So this club already has 1 point for that, plus we've also got another point for officers submitting on time and officer train, and I believe dues. So we've got points there as well, so that counts. So our educational goals, we also need membership. We need 4 new members now and 4 new members after January. But this club always seems to get that plus more. Last year, I believe we got, how many members out? 15 members all in all? Something like, we got a lot of members last year. I don't know how many. Maybe we got 10 members last year. We got 5 members for our club. So I feel really proud about that. That's great. Thank you, everybody, for helping out with that. And we need training, a minimum of 4 officers trained June through August, and then again December through February. It doesn't matter if you were trained once, you do need to get trained again December through February in order to give the club the credit. And then the administration, as I stated, one-time payment dues accompanied by the names of 8 members. Basically, that means you need the payments on time to Toastmasters International. And voila, no, pathway levels approval does not give DCP credit. The level of competent communicator submissions must be entered in Club Central for DCP credit. What that means is when you complete a level 1 or a level 2, then someone such as me approves it on the Pathways website, and then any officer can go on Toastmasters International and approve it there to give the club the credit. And if you're in multiple clubs, I actually recommend, I always ask the member, which club do you want the credit to go to? Your home club or your secondary club? I don't just submit it blindly because the member might want it to go to another club. Hopefully they won't, but you never know. Yeah, it's always polite to ask. More club goals, qualifying requirement. Membership growth is the most important, and it's usually the hardest to do because you need 4 + 4. To be considered for recognition, your club must either have 20 members or a net growth of at least 5 new members as of June 30th. Transfer members do not count toward this total until their membership has been paid and is current in their new club, or a net growth of at least 5 new members. And this club never seems, well, so far this club has never seemed to have a problem with that, knock on wood. Distinguished club goals. This is the distinguished club goals. To be distinguished, you need 5 out of 10 goals, select distinguished, 7 out of 10, and president's distinguished, 9 out of 10. And you saw the goals in which we need to do it. That's either going through the competent communicator, that rule, or the pathways rules. Distinguished Club Program and Success Plan, it explains the goals, the rules, and the success plan. The success plan lists 10 goals, helps determine how a club can meet 10 goals, allows the club to set additional goals, outlines strategies for achieving the goals, and identifies resources a club may use to help achieve goals. It also has additional space to write in assignments, develop a timetable, and track accomplishments. And this is something that anybody can get from the Toastmasters International website. And if the club wants, I can even get it and hang it on the wall and show who completed a CC manual for the club or who completed level 1 so that the whole club can see that. If the club wants to do that, we can do that. But I would never want to just post someone's name without your permission. Motivation, what's in it for me? Well, a healthy club means healthy members. This means all of us, all of you. What's in it for me? Education, improving in our speaking, growing as a leader, growing as a speaker. If we're not getting up and speaking, we're not getting up and growing and becoming better. And why did we join Toastmasters? To grow and be better people and better speakers. In conclusion, to attain distinguished status, every member must find new members, achieve additional awards, be trained as a club officer, and submit the officer list by the deadline. Everyone benefits. New members equals new ideas, which is great. I love when new members join. We get to hear icebreakers from everybody all over again, and I love icebreakers because we're learning something new about someone else, and I think that's awesome. Plus it means hearing new speeches. New members equal new personalities. That's also an excellent thing. We have a lot of different personalities here, and I love learning, I love meeting new people. I think that's awesome. And it also means speaking in front of more people, different people. Educational growth equals improved speaking, as I stated, and educational growth also equals improved leadership. We can't improve leadership if we don't improve on our educational growth. And distinguished equals recognition. And the club gets recognition as well as the area, the division, and the district. So with that said, let's make our club presidents distinguished this year for the 14th year in a row. Presidents distinguished, Simi Valley Toastmasters, woohoo, I like that. Can I spit it again? Madam Toastmaster.